Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. So we're going to go over the new medal and also what the hell's happening. It's Friday. There is no high score challenge. There's no new quests. There is nothing but a banner. One banner. Regardless, let's talk about the medal itself. Let's talk about if you guys need it or not. Literally, I was refreshing the page on Twitter thinking they're going to post a second thing and these events are coming. But the game has got to the point where just look at this. Where's everything? Where's the content? It's Friday. It's freaking Friday. Anyways, okay. New medal. Is it worth pulling for? Is she good or are they good? Is it a good medal? Should you get it? What situation can I use this medal for? First thing, guys, you got to look at is where this medal sits. It's a powerful medal. It's an upright power medal. Upright power medal. It's powerful, but it's a power medal. And we don't really have that much slots on the fairy stars for power except for reverse. We could use as a friend medal, so that works out really good. I mean a spirit medal, so that works really good. But besides that, it fits more onto upright power. And that's fine, totally going away from fairy stars. But most of our medals that we have currently, we've been pulling for, are not really with this medal. But again, on the front slot it can be pretty solid, but just think about your medal composition, your best keyblades. Does it fit on your best keyblade, or can you make a new keyblade your new best keyblade? Like, can your Fenrir now be a more powerful medal because you have key arts bonds? Do you have key art bonds? Is it bond sky, the reverse power copy medal? Do you guys have that? Do you have some way of copying this forward and backwards to make it super good? Because 3 upright is incredible, but just remember, does your keyblade composition work with this medal or it doesn't? Besides that, it is a buff medal, so it doesn't have to be on a proper keyblade slot, but most likely if you pull this medal, guys, you want to gilt it. This is a powerful medal. So the draw itself is very, very interesting. 50 mercy pull is terrible. That's 45,000 jewels for one medal, and if you guys have Kyrie EX, don't pull. You don't need this medal. You're totally fine without this medal. Reason number 1 is these are better at AoE than this Kyrie. Reason number 2, these are better single target than Kyrie, minus the Jack skeleton. And other medals that we have also are pretty close to that single target multiplier. This is the medal that's currently in the game, guys. So Kyrie and Sora here, it's 2 turns. So if you guys are doing more than 1 turn, right there you're gonna have almost the most upright strength buff in the game. 7 is a tops. 2 turns you're gonna have 6. If you have extra attack, you're laughing. If you use a copycat medal, you are done for upright buffs. First thing I can say about this medal that is really good, anybody who didn't get a Kyrie EX, this medal with a 0.2 Kyrie or any medal that raises your strength buff and other buffs with that, so 0.2 Kyrie, or the ducktail medals, that combined with this and a copycat medal, you guys are laughing. This basically makes Kyrie EX not as needed because it also has a way to reset the enemy's counters. Now, that whole bit right there, I'm going to save that for a second, but the upright buff for 2 turns or just being copied by a copycat medal is a huge, huge step forward for anyone that doesn't have Kyrie EX. This medal is going to help with that upright strength. But don't forget, all your other medals have to have that general defense, have to have the attributes up and down on the enemy, all that good stuff. But the upright strength buff is pretty good, but it's the only thing that it really has for it, besides being super powerful with a single target of 17.46, and if you're facing a group of enemies, it'll do a group AoE damage of 12.60. So that's pretty incredible, but again, better single target medals here. Oops, not those ones. We'll talk about that after. Better single target here. If you have Hercules or Genie, you're fine. And if you guys got these AoE medals, which a lot of you guys should have these medals, they're in the current banner. These are better AoE medals, and they also have their upright buff. So when you fill this up in your Keyblade, if you use all 3 of these guys, by the time you get to Leon, you're going to have a 3 upright buff if you don't end up copying any of these for any reason. Most likely you're going to copy the Sora, because the Sora and Ace Shion just kind of works for the extra upright buff. So, back to Sora and Kyrie here. What's unique about them? They restore 3 gauges, which is nice, and HP while giving you upright buff. So they have part of the whole Kyrie EX effect. And they also have the counters. They affect counters. It resets the enemy's counters. They don't add a counter. They don't ignore the counters. They reset it. So like I was saying before, let's go to that quest real quick. they're doing this on purpose. They're really trying to sell this medal because of the quest it's out right now. A lot of you guys are having trouble with the spider because the spider or any of the enemies with counters on their head, if that goes down, you basically lose it if you're not strong enough to complete it in 3 turns like I showed you in my guide, or to turtle it, because if you try turtling it, the spider actually removes your buffs when the counters go all the way down and adds status effects. I'm pretty sure it removes your buffs, but if it doesn't, just having that extra turn of it hitting us is a pain, and it's a lot of the reasons we're not passing it. So they added this new counter system here with this quest to make it look like this, you really need this medal right now. By the way, guys, that consecutive battle challenge, you don't need to pass it. It's only for boosters, and you don't get to keep those boosters. Those boosters are gone in 20 days. It's good for competition wise, but again, anyone who's doing competition in Coliseum is most likely passing this quest. So that reset the enemy's counters, it's really nice to see. Is it a factor to spend 45,000 jewels? No, we are more than comfortable enough with Scrooges, Kyrie X's, Toon medals. We have plenty of medals that skip counters, add counters, foretellers. So resetting enemies' counters is only good in certain situations. This is not good for every situation. It's not going to help you all the time, because a lot of situations where we want to, you know, use the counters to our advantage, where we let the enemy kill us to carry over our debuffs, this enemy will stop that from this medal will stop that from happening all the time. You know, I was going to talk about the high score challenge, the damage contest that we used to get, but like, you guys got to be careful during the damage contest, or it's going to be really good during the damage contest because it'll reset the enemy's counters. But now that I think about it, we haven't had a damage contest in forever, so there's no point of talking about that, especially a high score challenge. I guess they don't exist anymore either. So anyways, the medal, it resets the enemy's counters. It's not worth 45,000 jewels in my opinion. It's nothing that's so unique that we need it. They're going to make a couple quests that are going to make it feel like we have to have this medal because of it. Like I said, the consecutive battle challenge, but it's something that's not worth 45,000. Altogether though, the medal is very, very good. If you guys pull one, it's going to change your gameplay immensely. Even if you don't guilt it and you use it in your upright strength buff, or sorry, upright strength buff Keyblade setup, it's going to make that Keyblade just that much stronger. Restoring gauges with also putting all that on there, that extra upright, you're pretty much set. A Kyrie X and this medal together is 5 upright. So if you copy Kyrie X once, or if you use that King Mickey EX, you guys are pretty much set for all your upright buffs. So it's nice, but this medal doesn't hold anything that's super special that makes it super great. It's powerful. If you get it, it's going to change your gameplay, but we are content with what we have in the game currently, that we can skip this medal and be comfortable. That's because these guys are coming. And again, and again, and again. This is something new. This is something that's going to increase your gameplay by so much. Just having one of these medals, and you only need one because that 30% guilt increase does not stack. But if you guys save for this, I guarantee you're going to have a better time. It might not be a 15 mercy pull or 20 mercy pull. It might be pulled until you get it, and you might not get it. So saving your medals for this and skipping for that Sora and Kyrie. You know what? Yeah, you can skip for the Sora and Kyrie. I don't see anything that it's going to add to our game that's going to be a must. Because upright strength buffs are going to become common eventually. And I think very soon, especially now that they added upright defense down on the enemy, that's going to be the most sought for new thing in the game. And upright buffs are going to be on everywhere. We already see it on Master Xehanort with the reverse buffs. We see it on these guys over here with their single upright buff. Upright buffs are going to become more and more common, where the only thing that really goes for this medal, if we take away the upright buffs, this medal is just another attack medal that we can skip out on. It only looks good because of that ×3 upright strength buff. In my eyes anyways, and the way the game is going right now, that's the only thing that I see going for that medal. Besides that, everything else is spread out apart in your Keyblade, just like my my Fairy Stars. This Keyblade basically has what that Sora and Kyrie has, and you're totally fine. Like, you guys are totally set for that kind of stuff. So honestly, the medal doesn't bring anything new to me. The content is what screams that we don't need that medal, because there is nothing besides that event that's going on, and they catered this event towards this medal to make us pull for this medal. But I call bait on this one. This is an E-Expander. E-Expanders aren't guaranteed. Sorry about that noise. It's someone subscribing. E-Expanders aren't guaranteed. 50 mercy pull is not a guarantee, guys. 45,000 jewels. If I spend all my 45,000 jewels to pull for that medal right there, I guarantee that it would not change my game that drastically. It would not. It would be a nice new medal. It'd be super powerful, but it would not make my gameplay that better. My Keyblade's fine. This Keyblade that I'm wearing right now is more than I need. More than I need, guys, for what's going on right now. And again, there is no content. I'm going to say that every single time. There's no content. Sure, Union Cross, I haven't done it. Sure, Coliseum, I haven't done it. But Union Cross will take 1/2 an hour, and Coliseum is just for skill. And I'd rather just buy an avatar later and get a Q avatar that I'm not going to wear because of the skill perk, but I'll wear it eventually. You know what I mean? Just something I get extra instead of all this time I'm going to spend here for no Fantasia Mickey B's and a bunch of Sids. So, that's not what this Forever Leona. Thank you so much for subscribing. You're in the video. So that's not what this video is about. This video is about, what do you call it? It's just about the medal. The Kairi X and Sora. It's a good medal, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth the 45,000 jewels. It's an easy skip. There's much more things going on that I'd rather go for, like the TVA, a new single hit medal for high score challenges I'm looking forward to. Anything that's really going to change my gameplay. And all the future medals multipliers are just as good as the multipliers that we have right now. So I think I'm comfortable where I am. I'm going to sit tight. I'm going to keep saving my jewels. As you guys can see, my main account and free-to-play account has not pulled for a medal for so long. I've done pulls. I haven't got anything new. And those polls were just for fun, and I still been passing the content like it's nothing. So I'm still waiting for better medals and better content. When that happens, you guys will start seeing more poll videos and more event guides and stuff like that. But for now, there's nothing really going on. If you guys want Kairi or Sora, let's talk about it in the comment section. Let me give your opinion why you guys want it so badly and how it's going to help you, or why you don't want it. I do want to see what your opinion is on this, because right now, with the lack of content, I don't see why I'm spending my jewels. I might as well just keep saving my jewels until hard content comes back and I have a reason to spend. So, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.